My name is Charles Ichoku. I was born and raised in Nigeria, and I am presently a professor of Earth and Environmental Sciences at Howard University in Washington, D.C., USA. I have been invited to give this short summary of my professional journey in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as part of the 2020 Coastal Ocean Environment Summer School in Ghana. My professional journey was by no means straightforward. Like for many other people, it involved a number of twists and turns and often requires significant investments in time and effort. The good news is that these investments have yielded equally significant benefits and rewards, especially in terms of career and personal fulfillment. I received my bachelor's and master's degrees in Nigeria at the University of Nigeria campus in the city of Enugu. During my graduate studies, I was a teaching assistant. At the end of my master's program, I saw an announcement of a French government fellowship opportunity to pursue a PhD in France. The application process was fairly complex and included a long road travel under difficult circumstances to attend a required face to face interview with a French subject matter expert in my field of interest. After a few months of submitting my application, I received a letter that I had been selected. My joy knew no bounds. I spent the first year in a French language program, during which I was introduced to the professor with whom I would pursue my PhD in earth sciences at the Pierre and Marie Curie University in Paris. Right from the onset, my professor made it clear to me that the universal measure of success as a researcher is the quantity and quality of your peer reviewed publications. He specifically recommended that I aim at publishing three peer reviewed articles during my PhD. I knew right then that I had to work very hard to accomplish that. I completed my PhD within 4 years, by which time I had completed four journal articles, of which two were already published and two were accepted and in press. I was starting to work on my fifth article when he came in one day and said that I had done enough and should prepare to defend my dissertation. Within 4 months, I defended my dissertation, and he immediately retained me as a postdoctoral fellow for a few more months while he contacted his professional network to find other longer term postdoctoral opportunities for me. One opportunity came at the Ben Gurion University's Desert Research Institute in Israel, to which he recommended me. I moved to Israel, where I worked for 4 years. During that time, I was involved in a number of collaborative research campaigns that involved some international partners. One of the senior professors from Germany learned that my postdoc was coming to an end and invited me to work in his department at the Max Planck Institute for Chemistry in Mainz, Germany, on a 2 year visiting scientist position. I accepted the offer. It was during that time that my previous supervisor from Israel was doing his sabbatical year in the US at NASA and learned that scientists were being hired to support NASA's Earth Observing System program. He strongly recommended me to a couple of his colleagues and asked me to send them my CV and expression of interest. I did, and one of them decided to hire me. I was first hired through a company that was a NASA research and development contractor. After a few years, he recommended me to be hired as a U.S. federal employee at NASA. During my time at NASA, I decided to direct a significant amount of my attention toward helping to advance the performance and application of scientific research in sub-Saharan Africa, particularly in West and Central Africa. As such, I have conducted research extensively in sub-Saharan Africa, investigating the possible effects of climate and human activity on the perennial drought situation across the semi-arid and subhumid parts of West and Central Africa. I have also mentored other researchers and students who are involved in similar research efforts. For instance, in 2017, I coordinated a capacity building workshop at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Kumasi, Ghana. The workshop was financially sponsored by the International Committee on Space Research, COSPAR, with some contribution from the African Development Bank. The West African Science Service Center on Climate Change and Adapted Land Use, WASCAL, served as the regional coordinators. The workshop participants came from 9 countries of West Africa. Overall, I spent 20 years with NASA and resigned in 2018 to take up a professorial appointment at Howard University, combined with being the distinguished scientist of a joint university cooperative science program sponsored by NOAA, the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, to advance the recruitment and training of underrepresented minorities in various STEM fields related to NOAA's interest in atmospheric science and meteorology. The important point to take away from this summary is that becoming a successful scientist requires purpose, hard work, knowledge, diligence, authenticity, and productivity. It is also very important to maintain good relationships with your mentors and those you mentor, as well as the scientific community and the general public. In all you do, maintain faith, loyalty, honor, and integrity. We all need to devote our efforts to doing work that is for the general good, even if it is challenging, so that when we look back, we will be satisfied with the trajectory of our career and life. I would like to end with one of my favorite scripture passages, which is found in Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Thank you.